Naomi Randall's having a really bad time in Scarlet Nexus, but sadly for her it's about to get a lot worse as I walk you through how to easily beat her. This fight has two phases. Phase 1, the boss has no break meter, making it possible to end it very quickly. There are special objects located around the area, but the one you want is immediately to the right of your starting spawn. If you hit her with that and then execute the attack prompt that follows, you'll be able to put her into phase 2 immediately. If you mess up the attack prompt, in my case rotating the left stick anti-clockwise, or if you're on hard mode, it will take a few more attacks to finish the job. But since there are enough special objects and other objects littered around the arena for you to throw at her, you should be able to get to phase 2 easily without even really ever engaging her. She becomes quite displeased with her performance in phase 1 and mutates things up quite a bit, so much so that phase 2 becomes 99% of this boss fight. She also has a number of attacks she can do here, and it's up to how she's feeling as to which order she'll do them in. Here she's doing the one where she raises up into the air and thrusts her back ribbons into the ground, sending them through the ground after you. To avoid them, just run in any direction until the fourth one is gone. She also has a leaping attack. You can perfectly dodge this, but it's best not to be there in the first place. So try not to stand directly in front of her for the entire fight so you never have to worry about it. In fact, it's best not to stand near her at all. If you just keep at range and keep running, just about any attack she does will miss you. And when she completes the attack, you can run in and do a special attack to recover your pyrokinetic energy. If you're already running, her leaping attack will miss you. If you back off after hitting her, her spinning attack will miss you by default as well. There are also special objects and standard objects around the arena. You can throw them at her, but just like your weapon, they'll do very minimal damage. If you look at her health, we've hardly hurt her at all. That's because most of the damage we can put on her can occur only during one specific phase, when she does a specific attack that spreads fog all over the arena and turns her invisible. Right now, she's more than happy to do every move in her arsenal except the one we're looking for. Just know, in your game, she could do the move I'm talking about right from the start, or she can do it many times, one after the other. While we wait for her to do the move I'm talking about, let me explain what we want to do when she does do it. In the bottom left there, you'll see a green circle and an orange circle. The green circle is a clairvoyant ability which enables us to see invisible enemies. When she activates her fog power, she goes invisible. So the moment we see that move, we want to activate our clairvoyance ability. Not only will that enable us to see her, but it will also reveal her weak point, and hitting her weak point is what does massive damage to her. The orange circle refers to our sclerokinesis ability, which is the ability to make ourselves invulnerable to damage. We'll use that ability to protect ourselves from damage while she's in her fog state, so that we can keep putting damage on her for as long as possible. What she's going to do is raise up on her back legs and start clawing at her own head. Now's the time to activate your clairvoyant power so that you can see her in the fog. Don't go near her for a few seconds to avoid her area of effect damage, then immediately go in and attack to hit her weak spot, which are those glowing flowers. Put as much damage on her as you can. Once she starts to get up, activate your sclerokinesis power, which if she doesn't jump away like she did for me, would have enabled you to put more damage on her than you otherwise would have been able to. Just remember to deactivate your clairvoyant or sclerokinesis power anytime you're not using it to preserve the energy in your meter. You've now seen every attack she has to offer. So basically all we have to do in this fight is keep running around the arena to keep your distance. When she does an attack, run in and hit her with a special attack to recover your pyrokinetic gauge. Keep running around the arena, and when she rears up and scratches at her head, activate your clairvoyant power, run in and attack her weak spot, the glowing flowers. Do as much damage on them as you possibly can while you can. When she stands back up, activate your sclerokinesis power, and then do more damage on her whilst you're invulnerable. Just make sure that you keep your eye on that orange circle and make sure that the energy in it does not run out before you back off to safety. So really, this whole fight is about doing as much damage as you can during her fog phase. I've been quite unfortunate here because she just doesn't want to do it very often, but if you're lucky enough, she can do it almost one after the other and the fight can be over in mere minutes. The other thing is, I'm taking a fairly cautious approach here so that I can demonstrate all of her moves and so that I can show you the consistent strategy to easily beat her, but you don't have to be this cautious. She doesn't have any one-shotting hits, so you can get in there and you can try and do as much damage as you want to do, as fast as you can possibly do it, and if you do take damage, it's pretty easy to get to range and heal up. And you never know, maybe if you're more aggressive with her, you'll trigger the fog move more frequently and be able to finish the fight faster. But I'm actually pretty thankful because this enables me to show a lot of the fight so that you can see exactly what she can do and how to counter it. So let's go back to talking about that. When she thrusts her ribbons into the ground, just run around, and then when the fourth one is done, you can get some shots on her and then back off to get away from her spinning move. If you do get trapped by that spinning move, you can perfectly dodge through it. Best way I've found is to dodge towards the arm that swings at you. When she stands up and breaks her right arm backwards, she's going to do a big right arm slam. Just don't be near her, but you can run in then and get some shots on her. And for the fog move, we're looking for when she leans back, scratches at her head. Activate your clairvoyance move, avoid her area of effect damage, then run in and attack her shiny baubles. Put damage on her, then activate your invulnerability when she stands up. However, here we've broken her yellow meter, so activating it is kind of a waste because we get to use the left trigger prompt to put a bunch of damage on her anyway. Unfortunately, what that means is she's now going to recover her entire yellow break meter. That means that it's now likely that we'll deplete all of her health now before we'll deplete that yellow meter again. But as we've learned, most of the damage we can put on her happens during her fog phase, so now we're really just waiting for that. But since you know how to counter every move she has in her arsenal now, there's really no need for me to keep explaining a thing. So I'll stop talking and let you watch the rest of the boss fight in peace. Just remember, don't panic and enjoy.